Students, in this tutorial we will learn everything about Python list, creating list and changing list elements, removing elements and other list operations with the help of the examples. Fine. Okay, so Python lists are one of the most versatile data types that allow us to work with multiple elements at once. For example, we can say this. Okay, so what is a list? List to be written in this way. Okay, so Python. Okay, suppose I am writing in this way, Python. Okay, Python. All right, and then say single quote. Okay, and then say suppose C++ I am writing C++. Okay, quote, and then say JavaScript. Okay, suppose say JavaScript. Okay, so this is a list. Okay, so of strings, rather it is having a strings. Fine. So these things, this is actually the example of a list. Okay, this is not a program, this is just the list to be represented in a pair of pair of square brackets. Okay, that I had given it in the similar manner. Okay, that is the thing. So whenever you are creating the list, how will you create it? That is very, very important. Okay, students, so you have to take a list variable. Suppose you are taking the list variable as my list. Okay, better to take it in small letter, though even you can take it in capital letter also, that is not matter. So my list equals to, okay, you know the list elements are mutable. Okay, so that is the thing. So how will you create it? So in a Python list, a list is created by placing elements inside the square brackets separated by comma. So one such list I am making just with the 3 elements 1 2 3. Okay, so this you can see out here. So list has been made. How will you understand? So just you give the my list over here, so you'll be able to see the list has been created. Okay, and the items elements will be separated by comma. A list can have any number of items and they may be of different types: integer, float, string. Even the list also can be included. Suppose I am taking a list. Okay, over here I am just taking a list. What is this list? You can take, you can see out here. So this is actually called an empty list. Okay, so this I am creating. Okay, so that is the thing. So now what I will do, I will just create a list with those different elements. Okay, just by giving equals to, and then say I'm just giving 1 out here, then say hello. Okay, hello. Okay, and then say I am giving 3.4 out here. Okay, so these are the 3 different type of data over here in this particular list, whose name is my list. Okay, first I have created one empty list. You can see out here, students, this particular thing is known as an empty list. Okay, and it can have the different type of elements. That means these are the all like discrete data actually that you can take. It is not mandatory that you have to take all the time the string data as well as the integer data. That is not required. Okay, so my list you can see in this way. Okay, so 1 comma hello comma 3.4. Okay, so this is a list has been made. So how will you understand? Then you just give it my list, and then you will see that these 3 things has been element have been printed. Okay, that is the thing. A list can also have another list as an item. This is called a nested list. So how the, what is the list, what is the shape of the nested list? Okay, suppose I am taking in this way. Suppose I am taking out here say CPU. Okay, so I am making it capital CPU, sorry, CPU. Then I am taking out here mouse. Okay, okay, and then say I am taking out here say 8 comma 4 comma 6. Okay, this is a list actually inside another list. Okay, so I am just giving out here comma. Okay, and then say 846. Okay, finally. Okay, so what I am taking another list out here like this, say this one. So a single element I am taking just. Okay, so in this way. Okay, so I'm just closing this, and then this is the close of the list. So a list has been created. Now when you are actually print this particular list, it will be considered in this way, and these 3 elements will be considered as a single element. Okay, so this is that these are the different types to create the list. Okay, so there are various ways in which we can access the elements of a list. So the list index is the one. Okay, we can use the index operator. So this is the index operator actually to access an item in a list. In Python, indices start at 0. Okay, where it is where it starts 0. So a list having 5 elements will have an index from 0 to 4. All right. Trying to access indexes other than this will raise an index error. Okay, index error. Okay, the index must be an integer, so we can't use float or other types in it. This will result in type error. Say for example, if you are giving out here say my list, and you are giving out here say say you are giving out here 2, then what will happen? 0 1 2, that means this is 1 0 1 and 2, then 846 will be printed. Okay, suppose you are giving say my list which is not available at all. Okay, over here suppose you are giving my list 9. Okay, 9 the element is not available out here, so 9. So what will happen out here in this case? what is happening? Index error has been appearing. Okay, index error has been appeared in this case. So that is what actually, if your index is not in the range, then it will give an index error. Okay, so we cannot use float other types. Suppose you are making like giving like this my list, and you are giving like this 3.5. Okay, in this way, then see, it will show you what type error. Okay, so list indices, it is clearly mentioned out here, the list indices must be integers or slices, not float. It is clearly been mentioned. Okay, that is the thing. So the index error, list index out of range is fine, and then the type error will be, in this case it will be generating. So there are two list based errors are there. One is the index error, another is the type error. This is very important for you students to know. Okay, that is the thing. So other than this, okay, so if I am giving this just the my list, suppose not here, my list, okay, my list, okay, my list, and then I am giving out here say 3. Okay, say 4 I am giving, say 4 means what? This one 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is not available, so it will give you index error. So I am giving just 3 out here. Okay, so this will be in this way. Okay, sometimes the index can be calculated from the right hand side, that is called negative index. So if you are giving -2, then from the right hand side it will be -1, -2 in this way. So 846 will be displayed in this case. So 846 has come as output. Okay, so in this way you will be able to do all these things. Suppose now what I am doing, so suppose I want to print 4 from here. Okay, but this is actually a single value in this particular list, so I want to access 4 from here. So how could you do? Okay, so that is the thing. So my list, okay, then what you are giving, you are giving the first of all the index of this particular nested list. What is the index of the particular nested list? 0, 1 and 2. All right, so you are giving 2 out here. So now which element? So this is a sub list actually, so it is also having its index. So the first element starts with 0, 1 and 2. So if you are giving out here, so need to close it first and then answer 1 in this way, then what will happen? 0, 1, 2, then 1. That means the second element of the nested list will be accessed. So in this way you can access the nested list. Okay, that is the thing. In this way you will be able to access the nested list. Okay, that is the thing. So nested list elements. All right, this is actually known called accessing the sublist. Okay, now the negative indexing, I am coming out once more. Python allows the negative indexing for its sequences. The index of -1 refers to the last item, -2 to the second last item, and so on. Okay, so if I am giving out here the my list over here, then what is happening? It will give you, okay, -1, -2, -3 and -4. Okay, so now the thing is that if I am giving out here my list, okay, and then say -1, okay, -1, then what will happen? Okay, you see out here A has been printed. Okay, now suppose if you want to print 6, in that case what will happen? My list, and then say you have to give here -2 first of all, -2, and then which element has to be printed? Here it is -1, -2 and -3. So you have to give here also -2. Then what will happen? 4 will be accessed. Sorry, 4 will be accessed. Fine. So this is the 4 has been accessed over here. So that is the way actually to use the negative list, negative indices in list. All right, that is the thing. So the whenever you are actually calculating the index, when you are the spelling is wrong. Okay, my list, when you are actually accessing the index from the left hand side, it starts with 0, but when you are starting from the right hand side, it is actually from -1, -2 in this way. Okay, that is the things will happen. Now you see the slicing in Python. Okay, so how to do the slicing in Python first of all? Okay, first of all let us see, we will just take a list. Okay, we take a list out here, say so my list. Okay, I'm taking a list that contains the alphabets only. So I'm taking here A comma B comma, okay, C comma D, E, F, and then G. Okay, so these are the elements I have taken. All right, G, and then some more elements. Let me take H, and then say I, and then say J. I have taken almost 10 elements over here. Okay, and then say the list has been printed in this way, my list. Okay, so you can do it in this way, all the list has been printed. Now the slicing. Okay, now say if I am giving out here my list, okay, and then I am giving out here 2:5. So what will happen in this case? Sorry, that is wrong. 2:5, then what will happen? 2:5 means 0, 1, 2. That means from 2, 3, 4, 5 will not be printed. Whatever has been given, just it will stop one less. Okay, so in this case the output to come C, D and E. Okay, so C, D, E has come. Okay, now see another format you see out here, my list, and then say here just you see 5 and then colon. Okay, 5 and colon means what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means F onwards everything has been given, since the colon has been given to the right hand side of the operand. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, now you see out here, so F onwards everything has been printed. And if you are giving in this way, say my list, and then say just give a colon out here and then give, then what will happen? The entire list will be printed. Okay, so this is actually the slicing. Slicing can be done with the negative also. When the slice list, when we slice the list, the start index is inclusive, but for the ending index is exclusive. That we remember. That's why start index is inclusive, in the sense means it starts with 2 means 0, 1, 2, it will be inclusive, but the end index will be exclusive. That means what? F will not be printed, so it has stopped into E. Okay, that you need to remember. So that is the thing actually been said. So here the indices with 2, 3, 4 has been printed in this case, but the CDE is there. Okay, but the F has been excluded. Okay, that is the things. Now the add or change list elements. Lists are mutable. It means that the elements can be changed, unlike string or tuple. In the string or tuple we cannot do so. Okay, we can use the assignment operator, what? Equals to, equals to, in order to change an item of the list. Okay, say for example my list is having these elements. Okay, my list is having this element, I want to change this third element. Okay, that is D. Okay, so in capital D. So what I will write? My list, and then say what I will do out here, my list equal to, and then say my list I have to give the index. So fourth element means I have to give 3 out here, and then say 0, and then say I am giving out here what? I am giving out here P, suppose P. All right, so capital D, I'm sorry, capital D. Okay, my list 3 equals to D. Okay, so that has been changed, but how to get the printout? Just type the name, because I am doing in interactive mode. Okay, so it has been printed. Okay, so the D has been appeared over here. So in this way you can change out here. Now suppose if you want to change by slicing, that also is possible. Suppose EFG you want to make capital EFG. Okay, so that is the thing. So then how will you do? My list, and then say you can give out here, first you count the indices. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have to give here 4. Okay, 4 colon, and we know that what? We know that the elements are always means like whenever you are doing the slicing, the beginning one is inclusive, first one is inclusive. Okay, and the last one is exclusive. So I have to do what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, F, G in capital. So I will mention the index up to H. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 to 7, what I will do out here? 4 to 7, what I will do out here? I will give 3 elements out here. Okay, so what it is? Capital E. Okay, capital E, comma capital F, comma capital G, bus over. Okay, so then close it. Okay, that is the thing. So my list, now you print the my list, you will find out those 3 elements have been changed. Okay, so that is what that proves, that the my list is actually a mutable type. Okay, so in this way you will be able to change it. Okay, that is the thing. So if you want to append anything, you can just use the append command and the value along with the list. Suppose after J I want to put say 100. Okay, so what I will do? My list. Okay, my list. Okay, dot append, append, and then say I put 100 out here, a numeric value, because list can have the different types of values, different data types can be included. Fine. So now hitting enter out here, then just give my list. Okay, my list, and then press enter. So it's the 100 has been appended. Okay, so and if you want to extend, the difference between append and extends is that the extend is actually only for the list. Means like a list will be appended. Okay, and appended to the existing list. Okay, but it will accept only what? A list parameter. It will not take any single parameter. So if you are giving in this way, say suppose example dot extend. Okay, and you are giving out here say 90. Okay, so it will cause an error. Okay, so what is the error? Type error. Int object is not iterable. Okay, that is not possible. Okay, so what is the thing? But if you want to add 90, extend the list. Okay, and you want to add 90. Okay, so you give here extend, and then say in the bracket, in the third bracket you just give 90. Often this has been given for the error correction in the exam. Okay, so that's why students, this is very, very important. So my list extend, when you are doing that, is give you 90 out here, then it will be correct. Okay, so then you give your my list out here, and then you will see that 90 has been extended, because but as if you have given it in the list, but it will not be displayed as the normal, not in the form of a list, it will be displayed in the form of a an element only, a normal element only, nothing else. Okay, but if you are adding this one in this way, my list dot append, okay, dot append, and you are giving within bracket, okay, suppose say I am giving out here say 45 and then say 60, okay, say 60, and then I am just closing this one. I am appending a list to the existing list with a my list. Okay, so now you see the difference between the extend and append. When I have extended this particular thing, extend has accepted a list argument, okay, but my list accepts both. My list accepts where it is, append accepts both. Okay, what a normal element as well as a list also. Okay, so that is the thing. So now you see the existing list, you will understand the difference between this append and extend. Okay, so you see out here, this has been added, appended, but in the form of a list only, but extend has not done that. In the extend, though even we have given the what you call the list argument, it has been appended with a normal element only. Okay, that is the thing. So this is what the extend command actually. So the thing is that we can add one item to a list using the append method, or add several items using the extend method. Okay, that is the thing. We can also use the plus operator to combine two lists. This is also called concatenation of list. Okay, suppose you are taking one list which contains which is having 1 2 3 1 2 3, okay, and then you are having that another list also even, okay, even you are having say 4 comma 6 comma 8. Okay, now you see you are doing what, odd plus even, odd plus even, this is the concatenation. Okay, so this way the list can be concatenated. Okay, so that is the thing. So furthermore, we can insert one item at a desired location by using the method insert, or insert multiple items by squeezing it into an empty slice of a list. All right, that is the thing. So what could we do out here to do the insert? Suppose odd is only the existing one over here. Okay, so we are just inserting out here odd, okay, dot insert, okay, insert, and then say I am giving out here, okay, 2 comma, okay, 2 comma 10, okay, that is the thing, 2 comma 10. So now you see the list out here, 2 comma 10, that means what, 2 has been inserted, 10 has been inserted at position 2. Okay, 2 means 0 1 2. Okay, so in the third position 10 has been inserted. So this is the function of the insert command. Okay, so append is actually, append and extend is actually adding the list or adding an item at the end of the existing list, but with the insert we can insert it wherever we want by just positioning the index. Okay, just by mentioning the index. So students, though you have seen up to extend, append and insertion in the list, so kindly practice, okay, whatever has been shown out here, implement it practically, okay, and follow the live class explanation while you are doing the practical. All right, thank you students.